What's up guys, I'm Mage here, and welcome to Let's Build a Better Unit, a new video series I'm starting where I theory craft viable builds for a specific unit. Since everyone is excited for Halloween Henry, I decided to start off with Red Mage Henry, so everyone can have a powerful Henry in their army. You've seen how good he can be in my videos, but today we're going to build him even better. Henry has a bad rep in this game as being one of the worst units in the game, and honestly, you can't really fault people for thinking that. Henry has one of the lowest attack and speed stats in the game, and his default build makes him unable to kill anyone in the game in one turn. He's not able to kill many units even in 2 turns. Ignis simply takes too long to charge, and Green Tonebreaker doesn't really help him charge it faster. And that's a problem since Henry is reliant on special damage to secure kills. Meanwhile, Defiance skills are some of the most underwhelming skills in the game. The defense and resistance versions in particular, since tanks prefer to have these extra stats at full health rather than under half health. To properly build Henry, we have to take advantage of what stands out about him. Henry is tied for the highest defense amongst mages, has the highest HP out of all ranged units with the exception of Halloween Jacob, an armored archer that was just released. For boons, I like plus defense, plus attack, and plus res, while for Bane, I only like minus speed. For a budget build, I would recommend plus defense and minus speed. We are going to stick with Raw Raven since that's his best weapon and also his default weapon. That makes Henry actually very cheap to build since most investment costs come from having to change a weapon. I like Swap as an assist skill for Henry since it gives him more flexibility to get into enemy range as an enemy phase tank, but you can use your choice of assist skill. We can take advantage of Henry's low speed and give him quick riposte 2 to make him charge his special much faster. And if we replace Ignis with Bonfire, suddenly Henry will be able to activate his special in every battle that he's doubled in, and that means Henry is able to secure one-hit KOs. I prefer this over pairing Ignis with Quick Impulse, since that only works for the first battle in the match, and oftentimes you will want Henry to fight more than one battle. We can take advantage of Henry's excessively high HP by giving him Earth Boost 3 and Panic Ploy 1 seal. The Earth Boost 3 requires having 3 more HP than an enemy, while Panic Ploy 1 requires having 5 more HP. Earth Boost 3 is available on Bowie, who is a 4-star summon, but it's not a very in-demand skill. So if you have it, there's no reason to not give it to Henry. If you don't have Earth Boost, you can go with a cheap skill like Defense plus 3. And honestly, with the exception of Halloween Jacob, I don't think I've ever seen a ranged enemy in Arena that not have more than 5 HP less than Henry. And that includes battles against heavily merged teams. Earth Boost will give a plus defense Henry 41 defense when active, which means enemy archers will need over 50 attack to even hurt Henry. And it's simply not possible for archers to reach an attack stat much greater than 50, in particular with a Brave Bow build, without buffs, in which case Panic Ploy comes into play and further helps Henry. Panic Ploy will also help to neuter Gromblade users, which ups Henry's viability against Green Mages as well. For the C skill, I have Hone Attack as a placeholder, but you can fill it in with your choice of Hone and Spur skill. With this budget build, Henry, without buffs, will absolutely destroy all archers in the game while barely taking any damage, and he'll also be able to handle low-res Green Mages like Nino. This is taking into account heavily merged states as well, like a Brave Lyn plus 10 or Nino plus 10. They will be 1 round KO'd by Henry. They might survive if they're on a defense tile because of Henry's low attack, while outside of a defense tile they're gonna die. High-res Green Mages and slow-speed Green Mages might not be killed by Henry in 1 round by this budget build. In particular, a Cecilia that's been buffed by Hone Cavalry and then hit by Panic Ploy may be too slow to double Henry, in which case he won't be able to activate Bonfire and kill her. Henry can still deal with these enemies, it just won't happen in 1 round. This build also doesn't help too much with fighting melee enemies, though Henry can tank an Ignis from a Vantage Hector if you need him to, which is a nice bonus. The reason you build this budget build is for Henry to counter all archers and Green Mages, which are both very relevant threats in the meta. It's recommended to always target the archer first, like Brave Lynn, since he will take so little damage that Quick Riposte will still be active for his next fight. Now we get to the best part of the video. How do we build Henry up even better than a budget build? If you're willing to invest some premium skills, whether they are rare or in high demand or cost a lot of feathers, you can seriously increase his viability. Some A skills that Henry likes are Close Counter, Distant Defense, Triangle Adept, and the new Attack Respawn from Halloween Noe. Close Counter lets Henry one-round KO melee enemies as well as ranged enemies. I don't like it too much for him though, since while Henry is tied for the highest defense among mages, it's still not that high, especially without an A skill to boost it. If you want to use Close Counter, you may have to switch to Raw Owl, but that moves Henry away from his best niche as an Archer and Green Mage counter. Triangle Adept, on the other hand, makes him an even better counter to those enemies, and makes him a threat to melee green units as well. It's a skill that's only available on Roy, who's a 4-star summon, and it's very in demand by a lot of units, which is why I put it as a premium skill. However, the skill does have a significant downside in that it can be countered entirely by Cancel Affinity on archers. While it's fairly uncommon, I prefer Henry to be able to counter all archers rather than most of them. Attack Respawn is a very interesting skill for Henry, since it would boost his pitiful attack and it benefits a lot from increased resistance when attacking green mages, though you have to give up some durability against archers. I think Distant Defense is hands down Henry's best A skill. It helps against both his main targets in the meta, archers and green mages. You don't have to give up the extra 6 defense from the budget build while gaining 6 extra resistance, which helps keep Henry in Quick Riposte range. For premium B skills, there's really only one choice. It's Quick Riposte 3. Quick Riposte is the only skill that will let Henry one-round KO enemies, so it's irreplaceable. And when you bait ranged enemies, there are significant disadvantages to letting them survive, like them getting danced and targeting a different unit, or they can reposition to safety, or they bring in Winds of Mercy allies. There isn't much of an increase in Henry's viability from upgrading Quick Riposte 2 to 3. You only do this to say your build is complete, or to increase your arena score. Henry has some interesting choices for premium C skills. His high HP makes him a good choice for infantry posts. Attack Smoke makes him tank even better, but I think Panic Ploy is his best C skill, since it opens up his Sacred Seal slot to use Distant Defense 3, which is hands down his best Sacred Seal, just like it's his best A skill. If you don't want to give Henry the Panic Ploy skill, then of course you can just stick with that as the Sacred Seal. Or if you want to use that and Distant Defense on other units, you can of course just use Attack, Defense, or Attack Smoke for the seal. But with my recommended premium build of double Distant Defenses and Panic Point in a C slot, Henry will have 47 defense and 37 resistance. And actually that is an excessive amount of defense, as no archer will ever reach 60 attack. So you can switch up Henry's boon from a plus defense to a plus attack or plus res. I would recommend attack so he can secure more skills. With this premium double D build, Henry will have 44 defense and 37 res, so he is not going to take any damage from archers and green mages. Brave Lynn and Nina will be guaranteed kills even if they're on a defense tile now. High res green mages are more likely to be one round KO'd, and Henry can even duel and one round KO low res red mages like Darja and Celica. With Panic Ploy, the blade mages simply can't hurt him enough, and Henry becomes the all-encompassing counter to archers, green mages, and even some red mages, all without any buffs or support from allies. With the usage of Distant Defense Sacred Seal, an alternative A skill you can use is the Attack Respawn. For this, you'd stick with plus defense, since I believe 41 defense is the sweet spot for tanking archers, and Henry would have 39 attack, 41 defense, and 36 res when next to an ally. Since you will prioritize being next to an ally with this friendship build, you can boost Henry even further with, say, Spur Attack and Rally Attack, as well as the ally support, and suddenly Henry has 49 attack. You will no longer need a special to kill enemies with Quick Riposte, and you will be able to use Ignis to have a presence on player phase as well. With this build, Henry can kill a lot more stuff, but it's more reliant on ally support, and he will have to take more damage from archers. You can go with the budget build, and Henry will be instantly viable. The Double D premium build is the Omni Age recommended build for Henry. I use an in-between of that and the budget build, with Earth Boost 3, Quick Riposte 2, Panic Ploy 3, and a Distant Defense Sacred Seal. Or you can try the Friendship build, which is an interesting build since it gives Henry much more offensive power and player phase presence. These are my recommended builds. But of course, you can build Henry however you want. We went over many skills that Henry can use today. If you got an interesting build for Henry, tell me in the comments and I'll pin it if I like it a lot. Hope this video helped those of you out there who want to build a Henry. Have a nice day.
Watch this.